Cincinnati Bengals. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Now Jones. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A huge play there for Denver.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And some room to work. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 36 yards. And the Broncos will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
50 yards rushing for him already. A terrific first quarter here to begin the playoffs.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Throwing Jones. Rolling to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. On 2nd and 12. Joe, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
From the gun, Jones. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, they run with Kamara as he'll take it forward for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Coming left is Kamara. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. (7-7) our score after 1. On 2nd down and 4. Jones eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Mac Jones, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
2nd and 2. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year, and it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man, it's Gallup. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Kamara with a run on 1st down, but he's fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage there. No gain. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weak?
And this is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Mac Jones
With his second touchdown here in this first half.
and the Broncos continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wheeler. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. From 17 yards out.
And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Jones now throwing on first down. Flush to his right. He hits Adams, complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They go play action here on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Jones on first down. Escaping the pressure right. It's reeled in by Baldwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jones flushed out right. He completes it to Boyd. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Jones eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that kind of catch is supposed to pay off with at least a first down, isn't it?
Instead, he'll just add it to his highlight reel, but they don't pick up the first.
Yeah, he gets the yardage, he gets the catch, but now they have a decision to make.
Jake Elliott readies for the field goal try. He was originally drafted by the Bengals. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. He'll drop to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 46. McCann's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This is complete. It's Baldwin. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A huge play there for Denver.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, Jones. He gets it to Baldwin. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Again, it's Kamara. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
On 2nd and goal, Jones escaping the pressure. Got a man. It's Johnson. End zone for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Broncos push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing. Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Touchdown, Bengals. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
There he goes, left side. 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Alvin Kamara, Charles, a guy from your alma mater there in Knoxville, and he has developed into a perennial Pro Bowler on the strength of big plays like we just saw there.
And that's a 2nd touchdown run of this game, and this one, add a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go. But how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The throw over the middle taken in. And out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Wheeler. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw here. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however.
McCann now for the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.